Ladies and gentlemen, it is NavTomHD. Today we're going to be creating a deck in Wargame Airland Battle. If you don't know what Wargame Airland Battle is, it's basically an open world PvP or PvE. It's just an epic war game. It's like real life war. And if you want to figure out what it's actually about, check out my last video that I posted, and that'll show you exactly what to do. But today we're going to be working on creating us a deck in this game. So basically, a deck includes a selection of members from a certain unit. So I'm going to go ahead and create a deck. Faction is going to be NATO, of course. We want NATO units because I'm going to look toward the American side because I'm from America. I love the U.S. military. So that's what we're going to look toward to. We will call this deck name the NavTom Regiment. I like it. I really like it. Okay, so we're going to create the deck, and we have all of these costs here. But what I'm looking at here, we got logistic, we got infantry, support, tank, recon, vehicle, helo, and plane. So basically, we are choosing a unit for each section. Hold on. Choosing a unit for each section of each categorization. Okay, and then we're going to be able to basically create a deck and use it in game. So we're going to click on logistics, and basically logistics is either well, they're all command vehicles basically. So you see, if they have a star on them right here, that means that they are able to capture a territory. If we're in conquest or anything like that, then they are enabled to capture territories, but only when they're stationary. So what I want to do is I want to grab, now you have to keep in mind here the cost, because the cost is going to be very, that's going to be one of the things that's going to, really make or break here, because we don't want a M38 that costs 100 and be really weak. But we don't want something that's going to be very expensive. I'm looking more along the lines of, well, we need US units, first of all. Okay, there we go. US units. I want the M1025 Humvee CP. That looks like a nice vehicle. The Humvees are very nice. The armor, not too much, but it's a CP vehicle. But it's got great range. It's got half accuracy. That's not too bad. And it looks like it may be able to hold itself up under a light infantry attack. So we're going to go ahead and select this unit to be part of our deck. Okay, now that we've selected the M1025 Humvee command vehicle, we're going to move on to the infantry part. Basically, infantry, this includes all of the ground troops. And the ground troops, they can also be inserted, for example, as you saw in my last video, the Delta Force, they can be inserted via the Blackhawks, or the Hueys, or the Chinook even, and I didn't even know you could actually do that. But like I said, let's keep it American based, and we're gonna go to I like the Delta Force in the Blackhawks, so we're gonna keep these guys that are in the Blackhawks here. See, oh man, that Blackhawk is sexy. The range of ground, it's not bad, 500 meters. They have heat missiles. They're a great unit, of course. Everybody knows Delta Force, and we're going to recruit the elite. We're recruiting the elite members of Delta Force. We will add different infantry then. So we'll go from the Delta Force to a more light infantry source, and we'll do the Mountaineers coming in the M35s. So we'll do some trained Mountaineers. Okay, we got 2 of those, and we'll also do some trained Mountaineers coming in through Chinook. We can do that. Okay, I didn't know that. Looks like it's either between these guys or these guys. This one has a dragon attached to it. It also costs more command points to put down on the map, but I like the fact that there's a dragon there. And so we're gonna grab one of these and grab a hardened troop. So we're gonna go ahead and back out of that. We have quite a few infantry selections here. We need to go back into logistics first because I forgot. We need our supply vehicles. Logistics also deals with supply. So in order to be able to supply our troops, we're going to need supply vehicles. So I'm going to recruit some Chinooks. I'm going to recruit some... I want some ground vehicles, some supply trucks. Well, of course we need an FOB. That's just a must-have, an FOB. Because if you don't have that, you don't have anything. So you have to have an FOB. let's grab some Hemets. I didn't even know they had Hemets, but we're gonna grab them. And that looks like a formidable, troop selection here. Can we select any more Humvees at all? Or is that just, okay, we'll select the command vehicles for that one. And we'll go back, if we run out of activation points, we will edit this list as we go. But on to the support vehicles. The support vehicles are basically artillery or AA. They're around that area. But we're going to keep it with American again, of course. And let's just look around here. We have artillery section here. And we have the AA section here. This looks like light armored section. So we're going to start out with the light armored. Let's grab the LAVs. LAVs are awesome, so we're going to grab those first of all. And then we're going to grab a selection of artillery. So actually, I'm not sure what the difference between all these artilleries are. So let's take a look. The ranging for, looks like the biggest ranging for these would be I want to say the top, okay, so it looks like the ranging for range to ground is the same for all cannons, but the power is what we need to be looking for here. The HE power right there, and the accuracy is another big bonus. So let's look at the accuracy. On these, the accuracy is 100%, and the power is actually 100%. So that's really great. We are going to, okay, so we're going to do the M110s, and we're going to recruit them hardened. They actually cost a little bit of money, but that's okay. When you're on the battlefield, the command points generate quite quickly. So now we're going to, let's see, what else do we need? Of course, okay, we got the artillery. We need, what else? The AA, of course, yes, the AA. So these chaparrals are basically missile launch lock-on AA systems. And so we're going to need a very good AA system. I don't know the difference between these two, but this one costs more than this one for some reason. But I think I'm going to go the easy way out for the AA and just grab me 2 sets of chaparrals. Now we're going to go back out into the tanks. The tanks are going to be the costly things because the tanks are a very big strong point in Wargame, as you'll come to see throughout the videos that I will be posting. So we're going to need a small selection of tanks, and if we can't get the selection, we'll have to take away some of the units we've already pre-selected. So let's start out and grab us a cheap tank, and the cheapest tank looks for me would be the M48A5. So we're going to grab a selection of these guys, and then we're going to grab a selection of, we need a medium, a mid-range amount of money for the tank. So a Patton may do the job. So yes, we're going to recruit a hardened Rise Patton, and then we're going to recruit a Starship. And their Starships are really great tanks. They're great. So we're going to do Veteran on those because I want these guys to be able to plow through anything. We're also going to recruit a selection of Abrams because these guys are even more powerful than the Starships. So we're going to grab those real quick, and as you can see, we're already up to 32 out of 33 activation points, and we're not even halfway through. So what we're going to do, give me a second, and I'm going to edit this list and simplify it. Okay, I've managed to simplify the list a little bit. We have 21 out of 33 now. So basically, I just got rid of a few of the infantry, got rid of a few of the logistics, and then we got a few extra points. So now we're going to go into recon. Basically, recon is really good to have on the field because it detects enemies from farther away than regular infantry vehicles or infantry ground men or whatever. So we're going to need American base. Let's see if we can find it. Here's a big long list of infantry you can choose here, or recon you can choose here. I want to choose the Humvees yet again because, well, first of all, the MK19s, because the MK19s are actually grenade-launched frag rounds, so that's great. And the M134, that's okay, but it's a minigun. It's a little less effective, I would say, in my opinion. I'll be honest. In the end, it all depends on what your preference is, So my preference is I'm going to select the MK19s, a little bit more expensive than the M134s, but we're going to just grab the Hardens real quick. And we're also going to grab the Bradleys because we need more than one set of recon vehicles, because recon vehicles are very important on the battlefield, because when you're out on the battlefield and you're surfing the terrain, you want to be able to pick up the enemy before they pick up you. So now we're going to go into the vehicles. Vehicles, They're just a selection of small armed vehicles or light armored vehicles, and these can help you out on the ground along with your ground troops. So let's look at a selection of what we have here. So we have M50A1. So I've never heard of those before. Never heard of these. M163 CSs. Okay, that's got a minigun attachment on it. Looks like it's anti-personnel, and it's got a HE effect. So high explosive effect, and it's got quite a big suppression rate, and the range is around 1500. Now, in saying that, okay, they're pretty cheap, so they're not that bad. That must mean okay, so optics are poor, stealth is poor, and the speed is okay, but the armor is low, very, very low armor. So, but that's all right. We need to get these guys. I think this is a really good decision for us to grab the M163s. We'll also grab another selection of. We'll grab some tow launchers, and that should work. Some tow launchers should be nice, and then we'll go back out. Let's go to helos now. So helos, it's obvious, helicopters. So we have a very, a nice selection of helicopters we can choose from here. We got the Hogs, we have the Seahawks, we have the Cobras, selection of Cobras. So we have quite a few. We're gonna select 2 out of this whole list. And I kind of want to keep it nice and simple, like medium simple. So we're going to go with, I like these. I've had these in battle before. So we're going to go with these trained Cobras. We're also going to go down and grab the Seahawk. And this is a really nice helicopter. As you can see, it's got heat missiles on it. And it's really great for taking out ground vehicles. So we're going to go ahead and grab a hardened version of it. Now we're going to go back out again. Go to the plane section. We have 27 out of 33 activation points, so we might have some space left over by the time this is done. But so we're gonna, we have to select the A10 because the A10 is just great. It's a nice American tradition here. So A10, I have to get it. What else do we have to our selection here? We need something other than an A10, something like a jet, a fighting jet. Okay, so F-16 Fighting Falcon. That's really nice. So you got a okay, so anti-personnel, then you have heat rockets for any armor, and then you have anti-personnel again. So this is an air-to-ground jet. The A10 is also an air-to-ground jet. So we need to select, either or we can select both. It's not a big deal at all. So we'll just do F-16C fighting jet, and then we'll also try to find us an air-to-air plane. So this is air-to-air compatible, and this is also air-to-ground compatible. So that's great. It's got AIM 9L missiles, and they're infrared, so that's great. It's got great range, great accuracy, great suppression. So this is more along the lines of an air-to-air plane. It's sort of like mixed both because it also has a Vulcan cannon on it. So that's really great. We're going to go ahead and select that too. So we have 32 out of 33 activation points. I thought we would have a little bit more left over, but I guess not. That's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to select, see what else we can grab here before we're out of points. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab another vehicle for the last selection here. And it's going to be a hard selection. I think I want to go something simple, sort of simple, that doesn't cost too many points, because we already have racked up quite a lot of points. In the end, it's going to cost us a lot for all of our vehicles. We're going to stick with these guys. They have heat missiles, it looks like, and an M60 attachment. Barely any armor, poor optics. It's sort of just a low quality grade light armored vehicle, but this would be very good for ground troops, engaging ground troops. So it's got great HE power, great suppression, and great rate of fire. So that's what we're looking for. We're going to grab the veteran. Okay, we're going to go back out, and as you can see, we have finished our deck. It's 33 out of 33 points, and I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Everything that I've gotten and chosen, it all looks nice and ready to go. So that's great. Alright, so I've saved my deck, and as you can see, it should be right here. So there it is right there. So what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll check it just to be sure. I'm going to create a game here real quick. I just want to make sure. And there it is, NavTom Regiment. Great. So when we come back, when you see another Wargame video, you'll see me playing with this NavTom Regiment deck that I made today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to drop a like. I really appreciate you guys when you leave feedback and everything like that. And also share me on Twitter and get me out there, because it's very hard for you know, a small YouTuber like me to be able to gather subs and stuff like that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. Done.
Our pact is +2. We have to destroy them.
We are currently losing. We're losing, but that's okay. I'm gonna send somebody send a CP out to Kilo. We need a CP at Kilo, please. Wherever.